Yeah, so it sounds like not only are you flexible in your matching, but you guys also have an API just for about everything we've talked about today, which is, very helpful with just being, again, flexible in terms of where you can pipe the data. I see a lot of our audience is really using this data not just to personalize and segment, but and connect, but also to build out profiles, like what is our ideal customer profile. And I think that, across all these different customers, different attributes, what I would call specialty attributes, become important in this exercise. So I want to ask you, what kind of specialty attributes do you have outside of just the traditional, like, size of business and, vertical, i.e. like news, tech installs, financing, intent, budgets, etc. Can you give us some unique business attributes or person attributes that that you guys serve?
Yeah, so I can answer that in two ways. One is with unique fields that we have on our record. So a company record, a complete company record at InsideView has about 40, or maybe it's 40 or 50 now, fields of information that we can deliver. And it would include all of the basic firmographics, size and location and URL. But we also have SIC codes, NAICS codes, British NAICS codes, and we have our own industry classification that's built on a very modern way of looking at industries, because some of those government classifications are really old and it makes it hard to classify current companies into that old standard. So we have our own about 30 primary industries and about 300 sub-industries that look at things like, is Uber a tech company or is Uber a transportation company? Well, they're really both. And so, so industry is a specialty. We do tech installed data. We have social profiles, and we have things like, I think it's called MeBe-Weebie, which is the compliance classifications, like women-owned business and minority-owned business, things like that. So a lot of unique fields. Oh, I should have also mentioned the parent and then global ultimate parent. We have very well-developed family tree hierarchies. And so if you're looking to aggregate assets under one global parent, then that's one of the things we do quite a bit for lead to account mapping, or just to help companies really understand where their revenue is concentrated. And then the other thing I was going to mention really quickly is we do have a solution that identifies ICP, and it's a prepackaged solution where a customer can upload a list of their best customers, however they identify it. Let's just say it's the top 20% of their customers that pay them more money than anybody else. They can upload that list into Apex, which is the name of our solution. And once they hit submit, Apex comes back and it shows all of the common characteristics of those companies that were on the list. So you can see what are the industries that they're in, where are they located geographically, what's the size and number of employees that they have. And then you can hit one more button and Apex will return all of the prospects that look just like the ICP that you just determined. And to do that ICP, we are employing specialties that are a little bit more nuanced than what I described earlier. So we've built specialties around the way companies talk about themselves on their website. What are the key words? If you're GE Capital, you are in a lot of different businesses. So we couldn't just categorize that as one type of company. So these specialties are around types of insurance that the company might specialize in, or a specific type of engineering or something like that. And we use those specialties to then determine the lookalike prospects.
That's pretty amazing. So I got two more questions for you. One is around hierarchies, because it's very unique to see a company that has structure around business hierarchies. And is that something that you guys offer? And if so, does it have any unique Is there anything unique about it?
Yeah, there is definitely something we offer. We have been building our own family tree hierarchy since 2005. And the reason that we wanted to build our own is that we felt like salespeople needed to know right when an acquisition was announced that something was happening. What we saw in the market prior to that were very formal hierarchies that might not actually show an acquisition till 6 months or a year later when it's 100% finally approved and merged in with the parent company. And we felt like that's not that helpful. If you're out selling to companies, you need to know right away that there was M&A activity just announced. So we started building these, and what we're able to do, there are a few unique things about our family trees. One is if you're looking for contacts, you can actually search for contacts by title or by level across the whole family tree. So not just looking at Nike, but every one of Nike's subsidiaries to find that head of digital transformation or whatever you're looking for. The second thing is we interact with CRM, both Dynamics and with Salesforce, to allow a user to import the whole family tree hierarchy into their CRM so that you can then start to look at all of the accounts that should be grouped under one global account manager for territory alignment. So I could go on and on about our family trees. They're very sophisticated, and it's challenging because you have some trees that are based on brands, like Marriott Hotel, for example. There's lots and lots of Marriott hotels that license the brand Marriott, but they're not really part of the Marriott family hierarchy. We have to know all of those differences.
Yeah, that's a big problem to tackle, and there's only a handful of companies even trying it. So I am very interested to hear feedback on how that works and even try it myself.